Yo, what's up? My name is Parker, or TFU. This is how I made my hit song, LENS Distortion. So, LENS Distortion was something playing on the original project, which you will hear about more in the documentary coming up. Speaking of, that's kind of why I'm doing this video, was I'm not going to be able to get every single song into the documentary on how I made it, and I'm not going to do every song because that would be just terrible in terms of time wise, because there's so many little details here and there about every single track that it would be way too long and people would not click on the YouTube video to watch the documentary because of how long it is. So I just decided in the weeks or even months leading up to the documentary that I'd talk and go through a couple songs here and there from my YouTube channel. And for you guys, I felt the first one that I should do is LENS Distortion. So LENS Distortion was the first single part of this album. It released in March. It just went crazy. Like it was one of those tracks where I'm like, damn, how am I gonna ever make this again? You know, LENS Distortion in my eyes is like my most perfect song, I think, just in terms of the arrangement, the melodies, the sonics of it. I guess digestibility, if that's even a word. It just felt very digestible to audiences. In the words of one of my coworkers, shout out Oscar, this is sensational. So, yeah, let's kind of go in depth with it. I don't want to talk too long because I'm trying to make this as short as possible. The very beginning of this track was a demo. That's how most of my tracks are. They started out as demos, or at least a lot of Samurai Memos started out as demo tracks. This track started out as a demo, kind of more just to work on the drums. The melodies came in later, but the drums were the first part that I really wanted to get down. I kind of delve into the dance and the house world, but never. I wanted something powerful. I spent about a couple weeks. It started out with a sample. Not the drums, but what I was using the drums with was a sample by one of my favorite producers and artists out there, Sam Galatri, Sammy G, man. He inspired this track so big, like massive inspiration from this guy. Amazing producer. I have never heard anything of his music. So it started out sampling from his album Viewfinder Volume 1. It's called Neptune. It is the most ethereal song I think I've ever heard. It's just amazing. And I was like, I wonder if this was a dance track. So it started with the sample. Great track. You should listen to it. It is one of the most amazing instrumental tracks I think I've ever heard. Then we just kind of get into the drums. But yeah, you kind of get the point. I'm not going to talk about the original Samurai Memos project, but this was going to be on it. And then I was like, I don't know if I want to use a sample though with this, because clearing and all that stuff, and this is Sammy G, and I just want to try to make something of my own. Then we go on to the next project. You'll see, this is where it started to progress melody-wise. So we're all good with the drums, except for the first part and all that stuff. This is Lucid, or Eclipse. I kind of went with a bunch of different names for this track. During about like February of this year, I came back to LENS Distortion, I came back to those drums, and then I came back to this song. And I was like, I think I'm finna cook. Started with the melodies. First part of LENS Distortion. But yeah, so pretty simple as that. That was mostly just like a pad and then a bunch of different like effect pads basically. So I was like, okay, this has potential. I need to get it somewhere though. What am I gonna do? let me try to add some more different sounds with those chords. I took the drums. I was like, okay, I'm going to try to put this in here. Let me hear what it sounds like. Then I was like, okay, this is really, really fire. Then I just started adding and adding and adding. So as you can see, Lord have mercy, the amount of shit that's on this project, bro. It's insane. This took me so long to do. As you can see here in the gray, these are the original melodies from Lucid. And then all these over here in the green and all that stuff, these are added melodies and added different stuff, effects, piano, more synths. I knew I added a lead in there too. I just went ham with this. You'll kind of hear it from the beginning. Sounds familiar. Yeah, so first part, kept it short and simple, just use those drum patterns, melodies and all that stuff, and then you get to this bridge or something like that to the rest of the track, or prelude or whatever. You get the drums going and everything. No, arpeggio. Yeah, piano, and then here's a sign lead. Yep. And then that was this was already in program, sidechained. I didn't do anything to it. It was just sidechained on its own, but it worked because it kind of gave a little bit of flow as the bars progressed. You know, you would have it in the first like 4-ish bars, and then it would kind of fade off for the next 4 bars, and then you would have a different like feel to it, and then it goes back into it. It keeps it fresh, you know. That's what the kind of this track was I was trying to keep it fresh, and I was trying to my best to keep it as short as possible, but also to keep it to where every single element has a reason to be there and a time to be there. When it's time to go, it goes, you know. Just this last part though, I think my favorite thing about this track might be the ending. Not because it's over. I know it kind of what I said might seem like that, but just because it ends on such a good note, you know, just a great note. And then that part was cut out in the arrangement of the whole album. Yeah, dude. 43 mixer tracks? Is that right? 43 mixer tracks. To be honest, I don't know how I made this without losing any sense of my mind, bro. Because, God, dude. But, like, let's hear it with just the melodies. A lot of Valhalla Supermassive. I love Valhalla Supermassive. I don't know if you guys, I use it on every single track of one of mine. Cymatics Origin, EQs and stuff like that. Not much else than that in terms of mixing wise. And yeah, this is my most perfect track ever. I hope you guys enjoyed me talking about it. I have a couple more tracks that I do want to do on my YouTube channel. And kind of go over. LENS Distortion is out now. Samurai MEMOS is out now. You guys can go stream it everywhere, or for the most part everywhere, I think. If you enjoyed this video, I'm not doing a corny ass YouTuber outro, but if you enjoyed this video, just go check out my song, check out my other YouTube videos and stuff like that. And I appreciate you watching. Thank you. Hope you have a great day.